So I went on my first cruise, and I was always apprehensive about going on cruise because I'm just like, I don't want to be stuck on the open ocean with a bunch of strangers. I like being on land where if I need to go somewhere, I can get off and go and do what I want. And I had all these, hang-ups about cruising. But I went on my first cruise. It was a Carnival cruise. I was also worried about that because I heard a few things in the news about Carnival and all the ratchetness that goes on Carnival. And I was like, I don't really want to be around that kind of crowd. You know what I mean? But I went on the cruise and I had a ball. It was wonderful. I actually thought it was great. And I'll definitely do another Carnival cruise. There was nothing crazy going on except one little incident. I'll tell you about it. But let me tell you about just getting on the ship. Okay. So we flew in to Fort Lauderdale and drove down to Miami. And I didn't know what to expect. But apparently, I had a very unusual embarking. So when we got there, they gave us, before the cruise, you have to print out your cruise information and your cabin and all this stuff. We had that printed. We got there. They told us online that we should get there on time. Like, don't get there early. I didn't know what that meant, but I'm scared. I don't want to miss my ship. So I'm going to get there early. I'm sorry, I'm getting there early. So we got there early. We're supposed to leave at around 3. I got there from like 12:30, and the line was long. The line went all the way down. I'm like, oh my God. And it was hot. It was hot. I was sweating like a pig. I sweat off all my makeup. I was hot, sweat everywhere. Everybody was hot. Everybody was sweating. It didn't even matter if you even had a little fan. Some people had the neck fan or the little handheld fan. You were just busting a sweat. Miami is hot. Okay. And then we were there. Some people were dressed pretty provocatively. Okay, they were ready for a party, like they came scantily clad. I'm like, what is going on right now? But yeah, some people were really up for the party. But the line was ridiculously long. But what we found was the people who came just before, like for example, you have a 1:30 for you to embark because they give you a time. The people that were there at the very front, they'll be calling out, do you have like a 1:30? Do you have a 12:30? Do you have one? And those people, wherever they were in the line, would just skip and come in front of you. So that's why they told you not to get there early, because it didn't you get punished. You're just standing in the heat for no reason. So now I get it. Next time I won't do that. But yeah, it was hot. It was horrible. They ended up trying to give people water. You felt like you were gonna pass out before you even got on the ship. The embarkation was not good. Once you got in, because there's a line before the line. Once you got inside, though, that moved pretty swiftly and very quickly. So yeah, I really enjoyed the cruise, and apart from that embarkation problem, everything else was pretty good. So I'll tell you more about it in the next one.